28th, 9:51 in the morning. District Court, Defense number 2.
A very special episode of Easy Attorney.
This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Wag! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with the pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Whoa, yeah, pal! What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe!
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning.
How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Well, clearly he's been through a lot. He had a whole throat problem back years ago during the trial. Because he's in part of the family has been cursed with some kind of throat disease.
December 28th, 10 in the morning. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Okay. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed and just silenced by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the wood rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Okay. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost the memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
Witness was not running away. He will now testify.
I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. I really am sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see. I figured I ain't got nothing much to do with this innocent incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motor things, right? I ain't got one. So my testimony yesterday, as it stands, is as it stands. Okay. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi, you're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'd call what you did running away, and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. On Karma and Yanni Yogi.
Say it again, a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
And why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. It's so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking.
I said quietly Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes.
This makes no sense. And other times he stops you from cross-examining, but then supposedly the cross-examining is also happening at the same time as his testimony.
Well, you see, the cross-examination mechanic doesn't make any sense at all if you look at it too closely. Because you're supposed to believe, A, that Phoenix is asking these questions after the testimony, and B, that Phoenix is asking these questions during the testimony at the same time.
Yeah, messed up.
It's the multiverse of madness.
Well, in a real court, when you do the cross-examination, they get up and testify in the end. So maybe that's what it's
Do
supposed
they?
to be.
I thought that people just ask them questions about their testimony.
They give the testimony, and then the lawyer gets to ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
I never watched the full thing.
Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. I only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have time in the big
It's just
pet
funny.
shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come on to your senses. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yeah, seems like it.
Then how did you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident. Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof!
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible.
I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue!
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do! You had the grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible!
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over and over again. Been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does that really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. But both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or
Are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Ho ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell me the witness's name.
It was Robert Hammond.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was a famous case and all.
But what does this mean?
Plus, the judge is apparently the only judge in the country.
He is. And
You're-
he's the teacher.
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating! However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof!
I don't think that was supposed to sound like a rhyme.
And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove it that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file from Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
Okay, that makes sense. Wahaha!
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers off working with that stuff.
No fingers at all.
What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingers off to hide your past!
Well, if the witness has no fingerprint, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No!
Wahaha! What you gonna do now, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided, no?
No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it in like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who could testify as to who this witness is. No one! Nick, what are we gonna do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
He didn't just erase his fingerprints, he erased his fingers. Whoa! Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to!
Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
What's happening?
On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object!
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot. Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, you're crazy! Well, still want to go through with it with your little game?
Let the parrot take the stand.
Let the parrot hit the stand.
I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Von Karma rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff! Bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name, bird. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Name? Very well, witness. Who is your owner, please? Testify.
Hello. What?
I'm disappointed. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Just begin.
Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Can I? Oh, I was hoping they'd let me press the things where he didn't say anything.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say?
As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly! Have we forgotten something?
What? Don't forget the L6. What?
If I can get Polly to say that here, then we'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly? Have we forgotten something? I'm gonna punch you if you say no.
Hello. What?
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot?
Hello. What?
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he retrain the parrot and not respond to when we asked?
I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Right, just press on this. Is there anything I can present? Can I show the picture of the dead dad?
Maybe you should read the DL6 files for yourself. Maybe you'll figure out something from there.
What do I even have? I thought he stole it.
Oh, we still have copies from that one day.
Yeah. Date 12/28/2001. Location: elevator, district courthouse. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from trial with son Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, age 37, court bailiff, trapped in elevator with Edgeworth's memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide.
So I need to figure out his name. Oh, I didn't press on this.
Witness! You're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to a parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her.
Was that what I pressed it on that allowed me to talk to it?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if it'll actually tell the name. Or if I should just
throw this at the bird.
Just pressing it. I don't think he'll lose thingy for it. Maybe I should try to get her to say her name.
Polly! Polly, what's your name?
Polly, Polly, Hawk.
Mr. Wright. I think we established that this parrot's name is Polly.
Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes, it does!
Ha ha ha! Fascinating. You claim that this parent's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us the proof! Nick! Don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far?
Listen, I'm not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
The DL6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time!
Okay, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file the information connected to this parrot's name?
It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly...
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who he had committed suicide.
Who he had committed suicide.
He knows information about a secret case that hasn't been explored.
That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah-ha-ha! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does that make you my granddaughter's fiance? Or dog?
She's only 7 years old.
How does Phoenix know that?
That's rather weird. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
What was the other option? Do you remember?
The safe number.
The safe number. Wait, have we even presented the letter to the judge?
He took the letter.
Oh, yeah. Then how is that going to help us?
Well, look at the dates on the things. Maybe 1228 has something to do with dates or something.
I think so. Wait, why do we still have this?
It's Gumshoe's secret weapon.
Yeah, it's on 1228.
Maybe there's no other dates, really. But could they go?
That was the safe number.
Was it?
Yeah.
Didn't actually pay attention to what anyone said.
I don't know why I remember it, but I'm usually not that good with numbers. I mean, memorizing numbers. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Oh, the safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly! What's the number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
What a reckless parrot. I hate birds. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that that number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does! That's why I had her say it!
Ha ha ha!
Get something in your coat there, Karma? Or, I mean, your throat.
Ridiculous.
Are you
How
okay?
can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is?
I think a little bit of food came up.
Oh, that's not good.
Show us your proof! What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with this case? Mr. Wright. Where in this file is something related to that safe number? Case summary, I think.
Yeah. It's on the case summary page!
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
Add the number to that safe is... And the number to that safe is 1228.
Ah.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It is certainly an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Ha ha ha! This is not tangible proof! I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one! This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing!
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all!
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately! Witness, tell us your name.
Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember!
No, it's okay.
You can switch to the other voice.
I've accomplished what I've always wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick! He looks totally different and also sounds scary! And like the guy on the news!
This is the real Yogi! I think, finally! He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity! Acting for 15 years!
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is YANNI Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Sounds like he's about to tell you there's a tornado and you're counting.
Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound.
I like this fake voice better.
He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing.
This is hurt in your voice.
Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take on my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it.
Is he a cyborg? Is that what's going on?
I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself? Anyway, I admit I was the one who killed Mr. Robert Hammond. Von Karma. Where's Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is...
Innocent! In this case, at least.
How are your vocal cords still working?
That voice isn't actually bad to do.
Your voice sounds so terrible.
You turn yourself into a robot when you do it.
No, it's not that bad.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Yanni Yogi isn't in prison. He turned into the judge. It's a shapeshifter.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on this murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Woo! Yay! I get to go home now. That is all. This court is adjourned.